Hey, what's up, friends? I bought a wind spoiler just to deflect some of the wind coming off my windscreen when I'm doing videos. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that it will shoot the wind over my head so I won't get so much noise directed at the helmet, so my audio will clean up a little bit. I don't really tour or anything like that, so I'm not buying it for touring reasons. I would just probably use it when I'm making videos. It's removable. I wanted to get the name brand, the MRA, but they don't seem to be in stock anywhere. I can't find them right now, and they're quite expensive. So I bought one on Amazon. They ranged anywhere from $20-something up. I got one kind of in the middle. It was like $33, something like that. I'll put it on the screen now. So here's what's in the box. You got the screen, obviously, and these directions are for these to replace this part right here, to pull this out and replace it with these metal pieces. I guess these are notorious, these cheaper ones. At higher speeds, these brackets here, they let go or they don't hold like they're supposed to. And then the screen ends up getting shot, flat from the wind, or worse. I've seen stories of people saying these have completely flown off their windscreen and hit them in the head. So these directions are to replace these. I'm guessing they had too many of these on hand and didn't want to waste them all. So they left it up to us, the consumer, to fix their problem. Nice, huh? But you can't complain for, I guess, $33 or something like that. But let me get it on the bike here and see how it works out. It's not secured. I just placed it on the windscreen. That's what it looks like. Obviously, the smoke. This is the smoke version from this company. There's a clear one too, but obviously the smoke isn't as dark as this, so it doesn't really match. Again, I don't really care that much because I'm not going to be touring and whatnot. So the trick with this, from some friends that have had these, is you got to play around with the angle. So it moves here at this joint and locks in place, and also moves here. One of my friends told me to do it about 10% past vertical facing out. So probably something like, let's see if I can get this to move up. Maybe something like this. Something like that. I don't know. But I guess you definitely have to play with it and see what does the best job. Okay, we're back. All right, so I put the rubber pieces in here and cinched it down. And I'm gonna go with this angle here. It seems pretty sturdy, it just shakes. And some people said it does shake when the wind hits it. So it seems pretty good. Well, that's the angle I'm gonna try. This is also with the, let's see, I put this, okay, so I'm gonna try it with it all the way up and all the way down, see how it works. See what it looks like from where I'm gonna be sitting. All right, yeah, this is right in my line of sight, so I'm looking right through it. And then here, I don't know, wind is just gonna come right through here. So I might have to angle this down even more to get this edge to go down further. I don't know, we'll see. Hello friends, so we're outside here now, down the street. I'm gonna take this for a ride, see how the wind does. I'm gonna keep my visor open, but let me take a cruise, see how it works out. Okay, and we're off. Okay, so I'm going going 35 miles an hour right now, and I can't feel any wind on my mouth or my nose. It does sound a bit quieter, but I do have to get it up above 50 miles an hour to really give it a test. If I do like this and when I want to keep it on, the spoiler, if I want to keep it on for kind of a permanent attachment, I'll probably put some Loctite on the 4 screws that hold it in place, because I've read a lot of people having problems with these coming off, getting loose. Either that, or I'm just gonna have to tighten it, make sure it's tight every time before I take off. Let's we'll head west into the sun before it gets too low, and then we'll head home. Excuse me, burping over here. Then we'll head back home with the sun behind us so it's not in my eyes. Let's see. Feels sturdy still. So this is a proper 2-lane road here. So now I'm getting a lot of wind from my left side, though that has nothing to do with the screen though. It's just windy today. So that's one thing you gotta remember. I mean, if it's windy out, the screen's only going to protect it from the headwind. Visor completely open. 53 miles an hour riding, and I feel just a light dusting of breeze on my glasses. No buffeting at all. And if it wasn't a windy day, I probably wouldn't even feel that. So I think I kind of hit it the first time out. I got the angle pretty good. It's like, sounds like 54 miles an hour. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna close my visor now. Let's see how this sounds. This should sound really good, because normally I can hear and feel a lot of wind around my mouth and cheeks, nose. I don't feel anything or hear anything other than a very light dusting of wind outside my helmet. So pending the results of when I get this actually on my computer and start editing it, it seems like it's doing its job. Wow. If nothing else, this is such an interesting experience. Right now I can feel wind on my forearms, the top of my forearms, and nothing on my chest, nothing on my face. This is the first time I've ridden this motorcycle where I had virtually no wind hitting my helmet, hitting my body. Or all of you out there that have touring screens and touring bikes are like, duh. But again, I'm not doing this for touring reasons. I actually don't mind the wind hitting me when I go out on my rides, because I'm riding around about a 2 or 3 hour radius around my house, so I don't really mind that the wind hits me. It's just really I'm trying this out for the audio, just to see if this cleans up the audio while I'm riding around. If it does, then that'll be good for doing videos. So kudos to this company. I don't know the actual name of this. There's a whole bunch of them online on Amazon. They all have different names. They're probably all made by the same company. It's definitely made in China. I will say the quality of the cut, like how they cut around the edge. There's one edge that's got kind of grooves in it. It's not smooth, and the rest of it is relatively smooth. Again, it's not the same smoke color. It's not as dark as my puig, but that's not too bad. I mean, it's better than clear. And I am looking, the way it's set right now, I am looking over the top of it. Get over this. I'm very impressed with this so far. Again, if it pops off, it hits me in the head, I'm not going to be too happy. So here we are, we're on the freeway. I'm doing 74 miles an hour right now. I'll see how the audio is coming in once I get to editing. But so far the wind on my helmet is next to nothing. So that's good. That's first and foremost for me is, you know, how does this perform on wind and on my helmet. Secondary is the audio. So I don't typically go on the freeway that often, and when I do, I don't typically make motovlogs, so it's not really that important. More so the wind. There's some cross breeze. It's windy today. So I'm sure I'm going to get some wind noise for sure. But we're doing about 70, 80, now we're doing 80 miles an hour, so it's that's what it's going to be like at 80 miles an hour. Okay, well this concludes the test, I should say. Doing 75 at 80 miles an hour feels much better than without this wind spoiler. My head would be getting buffeted about quite a bit without it, so happy with it. And I'll do an update on it maybe in some months down the road to make sure it didn't fall off or break or something like that. That's more on the quality side. I saw a fly, or some kind of flying insect, almost hit the top of the new wind spoiler, and it got shot up over it and launched up over my head. So I think another benefit of this is I won't have nearly as many bugs on my helmet. Alright, well that's going to do it for this test run here. Thank you kindly for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and help me in my march to 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting close to 500. Still got a long way to go. So tell all your friends and family to subscribe, please. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Later.